So off the bat, if I'm standing in the middle of Narad Ghat, there is the ghat in the front. This is all the river front, and there are boats lined up quietly. There is this structure of a sadhu come in the middle of the ghat. Must be some religious rituals which he must be doing. And then in the distance, there is the Chet Singh Fort, which is in darkness. And then there is Mahanirvani Ghat. This is all a private space. It is a akhada over here. And there are some beautiful shivlings over there in the distance. We just go there and make a video over there. And then there is this temple of Shivala Ghat. And then there is this hotel. Next to it is the Everest Cafe. And there is this a small temple over there. There's one temple over here, and that's about all for Narad Ghat. These are the beautiful shivlings which I was talking about. And just remember that the water level comes till this point. So from that level to this, and then all these shivlings get submerged. There are beautiful idols also over there in the distance. So this is a nice place of worship. And then there is a small temple over here. Immediately next to Narad Ghat is the Harishchandra Ghat. Now, this is a very enigmatic place. Firstly, it is a cremation ground, which you have to know about. And there's a steady stream of people coming here to perform their last rites 24/7. Now, the government has taken up a project of renovations. So they're going to redevelop both the ghats. One is Harishchandra Ghat as well as the Manikarnika Ghat. And this work is going on. Maybe in a couple of years, this whole thing will be completed. Now, here is the most interesting thing which we should not miss. This is a temple for the Kashi Mahamasan Nath. And over here, puja is conducted at 10:30 at night. That is 4 hours after sunset. You have to witness this puja. It is a different kind of energy. And the religious rituals are conducted in the Havan Kund in the front. I'll just try to take a video from another angle. There you go. That's the view of Harishchandra Ghat. And at this point of time, there aren't anybody over here. And there is this temple over here, beautiful. And then this is the view of the shivling from here. And as I said, this place is also a place for Shakti Puja. So towards the late evening or early night, or sometimes even at midnight, you will find people worshipping over. Now, as you cross Narad Ghat and then Harishchandra Ghat, within just a few 100 meters, the next impressive ghat is the Kedar Ghat. So Kedar Ghat is named after this temple over here, which is Gauri Kedareshwar Mandir. There's an ancient shivling over here, which is said that Aurangzeb himself came over here to destroy the shivling, but he couldn't succeed. And he was able to make some marks on the shivling, which are still visible. And there are a couple of shivlings over here in this complex right in front. And this is the main entrance of the temple. There is another entrance on the other side also. And then there is this beautiful kund. So this is called Kedar Kund or Kedareshwar Kund. And this ghat is very active during the daytime. There are a lot of pilgrims over here, but during the night, it is all quiet and silent over here. The important places, if you come here in the daytime, I'll just take a round of this place. There are many shivlings down there on these steps. And then just a few distance away is the famous Dasashameva Ghat, and also in the distance I can see the burning pyres of the Manikarnika Ghat. So everything closed at midnight, no activity absolutely over here. So that means after Assi Ghat, in between, if you see Narad Ghat and Kedareshwar Ghat or Kedar Ghat, there's absolutely no activity this side. The one feature of Kedar Ghat is on these steps, you have this massive array of shivlings. So there's one over here, and then there are smaller shivlings, and all these shivlings are worshipped during the daytime. So there are people over here, they come down, they take a dip in the holy river, and then they perform their religious rituals. Worshipping shivling becomes part of it. So there is one set over here. under this place. Now these projections which are there, these are basically to maroon the boats. And then the next one is ahead in the front. So here is the second set of shivlings, and it's a little bit dark over here, but you can see outlines of most of the shivlings. I'll try to change the angle, but it won't make much of a difference. It's really dark over here. I don't want the bouncing effect to come. So there you go, the beautiful shivlings of Kedar Ghat. The next ghat that you are going to come across is the beautiful Darbhanga Ghat. Now this is a five-star hotel, and during the evening time they light up these beautiful decorative lights. So this during the daytime and evening time becomes the most picture perfect and insta friendly ghat that you can ever see. However, the photographer in me is always sad because of the wires which are hanging around. Anyway, so there is a series of ghats. This is the Darbhanga Ghat, and then there is the Rana Mahal Ghat, and that's the Chausasti Ghat in the distance. And over there is the Sita Hotel. It's a beautiful hotel on the banks of the river, and there is a restaurant on top. And interestingly, there is a pathway which is going in between these two buildings behind this whole complex, and then it comes out at Sita Ghat. So beautiful place to explore because there is a Vinayak temple over there. The boats lined up over here, and there are quite some lights in this area, but again, just no activity. And just to add on, what I have seen is over there in the distance, if you see the lighted portion, that was the last ghat which I had stopped and made a video. Okay, and from that point onwards to this point, it is complete darkness. So they have switched off the lights in between. So which means that the local authorities are not encouraging you to take a ghat walk late into the night after midnight.